Hi everybody, Pep here, you're watching The Sentinel. Today we are going to be talking about this beautiful bottle and the juice that's inside it. It's Idole by the House of Lubin. Okay, so just a few facts. The original Idole was an EDT version, came in a different bottle to the one shown here. That was released in 2005, and this EDP version was released in 2011, and I believe the 2005 EDT is now discontinued. It came in a really, I'll put a picture of it up so you can see the bottle that it came in. There are people who say that the EDT is a much nicer or a nicer fragrance than this one, and if it is, it must be amazing because I love Idole EDP. The perfumer is Olivia Jacobetti, and she's responsible for things like tea from L'artisan Parfumeur, Tea for Two, Zing. She's also created Premiere Figuier from L'Artisan and Philosikos from Diptyque, and she was behind the EDT version as well as the EDP version of Idole. So before we get into the fragrance itself, this fragrance has been pretty much a mainstay in my top 5 in part of my collection. It's constantly, when I try and evaluate what I love in my collection, this one is always very high up. And the reason behind that, I think, is because I'm very interested in this concept of a signature scent. So a signature scent maybe can have different definitions to different people. I first used to think of signature scents as something that someone would wear a lot, if not most of the time, and people identified that scent with them. So Joe Blow down the street is wearing green Irish tweed all the time, and you just identify that fragrance with that person. I have fragrances that I've worn more than other fragrances, but I don't consider them a signature scent. And I guess one way to look at signature scents for me is not necessarily something that you wear a lot. I think maybe what I'm looking for really is a fragrance that you identify with. So in the case of Idole by Lubin, if I had the magical power of imagining a scent that I could create out of thin air that would smell like everything I wanted to smell in a scent, everything that I wanted to smell like, it would be this one, Idole by Lubin. So maybe signature scent is the wrong word for it. So we have this concept of soulmates. Maybe this is my soul scent, because like I said, it's everything I want in a smell, everything I want to smell like, even down to what the bottle looks like. I just pretty much love everything about this fragrance. For me, straight away I can tell you it's pretty much a 10 out of 10 fragrance. I'm so happy to have it in my collection. It still excites me when I spray it on now than the way it did the very first time I smelled it. So let's get into it before I just get carried away. Okay, so the opening on this is one of the best openings I've come across, and it's definitely what you get is straight away you get a boozy opening, but it's underpinned by this gorgeous bitter citrus. So there is a bitter orange note in here, and presumably that's what it is. There is a drink that is popular in Italy, and it's also available in a lot of other places, but I think it originated in Italy, and that drink is Chinotto. And what I get in the opening is like the first time, the first sip of a glass of Chinotto plus the booze, and it's just really a really delightful, almost surprising opening that fills your nostrils. There's bitterness, there's that brightness from the citrus, there's that euphoria of the booze, and as it then starts to die down after a few minutes, what you start to get is a lot more wood and a lot more spice. Now at this point, a few minutes in, at this point, if you smell this, you can imagine being the imagery that pops into my mind is an old bar or saloon or tavern with lots of wood fittings, lots of wood paneling, and you can smell that wood, and it's rum-soaked wood. It's years and years of that environment, and this place has been converted into an antiques store that sells old wooden furniture, and you get that. There's a smokiness in the air as well, and it's just this real smell of antiquity almost in the wood. Like you're smelling old wood with a history. It's got a story to tell, and there are spices there. There, like I certainly pick up something like clove. It's kind of a spicy sweetness at the same time, never overly sweet, and it really does transport you. And it's dark. It's a dark scent. This scent has mystery. It develops. Things pop up at different places. A little bit later into the dry down, you start to get more smokiness, more incense. It never takes over, but it's always there in the background. And ultimately, you get this beautiful resinous wood. But the beauty of this fragrance is there are always elements of the opening that linger all the way through the development of this fragrance on my skin. So that to me is the real beauty of it, that there's this air of mystery about it. You smell different things at different times. Elements come back and leave you, and it changes on your skin. It can be, it can probably change with a little bit of warmth or the cold. So this fragrance is not necessarily the most versatile fragrance. I wouldn't consider this a casual everyday fragrance. This to me is a special, not even special event fragrance, but you really want to wear this when you really, I want to wear this when I want to feel powerful, mysterious, special, magnetic and attractive. Performance-wise, this is okay. I'm not going to sit here and say it's beast mode, because I probably get between 6 and 8 hours where I can still smell it. It does not project a lot, but it's enough for people to get close to you to smell. With this is what you want with this fragrance. You don't want to announce yourself with this fragrance. You want people to be drawn into you, and this fragrance to me will do it. It's I think this is a unisex fragrance. Probably leans a little bit more masculine, but this would be amazing on a woman as well. So that's pretty much it about Idole by Lubin. You can obviously tell I like it, I love it, and this fragrance is me. If it had a picture of my face, it would be me. I'll see you next time.